boys and girls. Welcome to Knight Rider. We are here at the Spazzarella, and your boy Bubba Jenkins here is definitely doing things. I am very attractive, and with me, as always, is the man who drinks from a saucer and recites Chaucer, Michael Magus.
Ooh, these are true. These are true statements of the Baby Echidna.
The Baby Echidna.
We are here for round 4 of the 3D Speedfall series. This one from Monza, the Temple of Speed and home of crashing. We come in here with finally Martin's got the custom liveries working for some people, because I did see one of the Silk Sheets cars come up, and it was looking correct. It was looking proper.
I had to look up Bubba Jenkins. I just pulled that name out of my ass and I couldn't remember who he was.
Bubba Jenkins, baby.
The only black German in the world from Pennsylvania.
It's a lot of black Germans in the world, actually.
That's probably true. Born into Frankfurt, I'm assuming military bred.
Mm-hmm. Probably.
How many Bubbas you know from Frankfurt?
We come into today's race with Andrew Warden leading the championship, and he's got himself in a good position once again, looking like pole position in that Lexus. Silvio Cortese is second, Don Boulanger third, Tommy Cogan and Max Simmons, your top 5, and, as if it wasn't making things a little bit better for Warden, a lot of those guys, well, not really. Simmons is the only one that's really down in the order, actually. I see Cogan, Boulanger, and Cortese are all in the top 4. So top 4 in the championship are the top 4 in qualifying right now. And we'll see if they can make some moves happen. Dan French, Brandon Baker, Neil Sutherland, Thomas Dagg, Matt Higgs. Oh, somebody just popped up. It is Zach Martin. Just went 4th quickest.
Is that Zach Martin or Zach Martin? I can't remember.
Zach Martin.
Zach, don't talk back.
Mm-hmm. As he moves into 4th place in the 104 silver entry. Very nice. Top silver entry on the day right now. And the top bronze entry, Benjamin Adamien, down in 20th place. He continues to dominate the bronze standings. Let's talk about Teams Championship for a moment here. Silk Sheets leading the way, followed by MPB. And then it's Lambro in 3rd place, followed by ACA OTL and the Smashing Beatles are your top 5. And then further down, we've got the Bronze Championship led by Benjamin Adamien, who is at the top of the charts today again. Christopher Becco, Daniel Hernandez are 2nd and 3rd. And in the silver category, it is Dave Nelson, Mike Magus, and Takis Weeks leading the way. And none of them, I think, are in the top 3 for silver qualifying today, because it is Zach Martin, Josh McLaughlin, and Eric Mahoney who are occupying those solid areas, although Magus and Nelson close together. They'll be starting from 14th and 16th unless something changes here in the last little bit. There we go. So we have a grid.
Would that be Eric the Baloney Pony Mahoney?
Maybe.
Or Eric Balls Mahoney?
Balls Mahoney does sound definitively better.
Balls. Whoa, balls. ECW fans, what's up?
Yeah, so our grid is Warden and Cogan on the front row. Then it's Boulanger and Martin, Baker and Cortese, French and Neil Sutherland, Dagg and Higgs. That sounds like a band, Dagg and Higgs. Then we got McLaughlin.
They had a couple of hits in the 70s.
McLaughlin and Mahoney, Bork and Magus. By the way, interesting note here. Crew chief pronounces Bork's name as Borgay. So that's always interesting. Simmons and Nelson. Row 8, row 9, Weeks and Martinez. Row 10, Johnston and Adamien. Then it's Sainz and Hernandez. Naku finally qualifying for a change. Go Simeon. He's on the inside row 12 with Mark Sutherland. Hemian and Alonso. Then it is Arsenault and Becco. Arzumanian and Ariza. And then the back row, Johnny the Peach. And finally here, after missing the first 3 rounds of the season, Tom Laws.
I don't believe it.
Well, you should, because he's here.
Dude, does deceives me or not?
They do deceive you.
Giggity.
So we get ready for the countdown here. Once again, no pit window in this race. Mandatory stop for tires. And we'll be going for 40 minutes.
40 minutes? That's like way too long.
It's too short, if anything.
No, it needs to be 2 minutes.
So we look at Michael Magus, and let's see here. If you look to the front of your grid there, in the Lexus, that is Thomas Dagg, and that's Matt Higgs beside him, the blue McLaren. Then in the yellow, the first of the yellow Hondas, that is McLaughlin. The Canada Post car, it belongs to Eric Mahoney. Then you got the black and yellow Lamborghini of Leon Bork. Michael Magus there in the second Honda. And we're off. Max Simmons in the mix there as well. Let's have a look-see here as we focus in on inside row 2 man, Dom Belanger of the Lambro Racing Crew. And we're already getting a very, very large gap at the front here. I hope we see that clear. There we go. Waiting up now is Andrew Ward.
Black Betty had a child, Don Balone. Damn thing drives wild, Don Balone.
So we head to the start-finish straight here. And then we'll, of course, have the long run to Variante del Redifilo, or Primera Variante, as it is sometimes known. Riding on board with Don Belanger. And we're off! Here at Monza. This is not really what I want to see right now. Okay, there we go. Outside the cars. Tommy Kogan's got a good run there. He's going around the outside of Andrew Warden. Might have a shot at the lead here in that Porsche against the Lexus. Porsche, not a strong car here. Lexus is, so this will be interesting. Kogan does take the lead, at least for the time being. Side-by-side battle between Zach Martin and Don Belanger. And further back, Matt Higgs has had a great start. Oh, boy! Martin gives the hip check to the car of Don Belanger. I suspect that will probably result in a penalty.
Damn thing went wide, Don Belanger.
Indeed. Forcing another car off the track. Very much a problem as he rejoins behind Dan French. And ahead of Neil Sutherland in the Iron Lynx Momo Fine Ferrari 488 Evo.
What's this about Momofuku?
Really good start by Matt Higgs. I don't like to say nice things about Matt Higgs, but I'm forced to say nice things about Matt Higgs right now because he started this race in 10th place and is already up to 5th. He's had a fantastic start.
I think if we're going to do this rolling start nonsense, then you have to do the whole race Muay Thai style. So every lap you get to go like an extra 5 miles an hour faster. Just like in Muay Thai where they play the Y Crew music, and they just play it slightly faster and faster.
Contact between Don Belanger and Neil Sutherland, and Belanger ends up sideways.
Don Belanger gone.
Sutherland being held up, losing a spot there to McLaughlin, Mahoney, Magus coming around the outside, Leon Bork in the mix as well. Bork to the inside, Magus to the outside, Sutherland in the middle. Magus gets the spot. But it looks like Sutherland is going to hang on against Leon Bork. Or maybe not. It goes kind of wide there in the Parabolka.
I'm waiting for Leon to have an accident so I can start making pork chop sandwiches.
Ooh. Well, he hasn't given you your wish there yet. Currently in 13th place. Oh, he's going down before it. Looking down the inside to the Primera Variante. He might actually have this. Sutherland may be going backwards even. Oh, Lord!
That looked very
that was Scott Johnston, I think, who just came in like a wrecking ball. And hard contact to the rear.
Oh, geez, somebody else got
and somebody else off there. That is one of the Joda cars, I think.
Jodeci? They're all dead, Michael. They're all dead. It's glorious.
I'm sure that will be in front of the stewards. Simeon Naku up to 17th place in the orange Aston Martin. I think he's higher than that because the car listed in front of him is Max Simmons, and that is not Max Simmons in front of him. That is Scott Johnston. I think in the Triple F Lamborghini.
Fair enough.
Okay, no, okay, so I see what it is. Simmons has overtaken Johnston. That's what's throwing it off here. Okay, so he is in 17th place. And it's Edgar Ariza in behind him, along with Mark Sutherland in the Momo Fine Ferrari. Guillermo Martinez in the pit lane. He might have been the Joda car that we saw sideways there from the Carbones team. Now go down the inside.
Is that the little alien man, Joda?
No, Jota.
Little baby Joda? You all over the TV last year?
No. Jota. Not the baby Yoda.
Joda.
Edgar
Ask
Riza.
Javier, he said it's pronounced Joda.
Oh, well, I'm not sure. I'll take his word for it, I guess. Edgar Riza trying to defend against Mark Sutherland there. I think Sutherland's going to come through at some point. Ayrton Arsenault. Oh, Lord! And that, I think, was one of the other Joda cars. Sutherland ends up collecting somebody as well.
I must say this is most entertaining. Best race.
Having to make all kinds of stewarding notes here, guys. Come on.
I mean, it all looks clean to me.
Meantime, we pick up Brandon Baker. So Tommy Cogan got into the lead, but is now back in third place. Matt Higgs is up to second. This is amazing. Andrew Warden leading the way from Higgs, Cogan, Baker, Martin, Cortese, French, Dag, McLaughlin, Mahoney. That is your top 10. And Martin falling back behind Cortese there.
Like a French Dag, like a poodle.
Neil Sutherland has gotten back past Mike Magus into 10th place, and Leon Bork in the background as well. Leon, let us know. Is it like Ray Bork and it's Bork, or is crew chief correct and it's Borghe?
And Borghese.
Let us know in the comments below. I was just really surprised that when crew chief is like, Borghese is catching up to you. I'm like, really? That's how you're going to pronounce that?
He is very exotic, Signor Borghe.
That was quite surprising.
I believe he was the subject of the Ozzy Osbourne concept album Bork at the Moon.
Oh! Good the guys. Zach Martin and Dan French squabbling over 6th place. And top Mercedes honors. No Jeff Wentworth today.
It all went Jeff Worth. I always fuck that up.
Jeff taking a bit of a break after getting a little burnt out after adminning the GT4 series.
Don't know why that would happen.
Oh, admin burnout is a thing. Oh, it's a thing.
What? No.
Tommy Cogan is falling down the order. He's down to 9th place. Or 8th place, so I'm not sure what's happening with him. After briefly taking the lead, this race has gone very badly for the Smashing Beetle leader. And as a wide run there from Martin allows Dan French into 5th place.
Jeff, if you're out there, booze, dark beer, that helps the burnout.
It does.
Dark beer and spicy food.
Someone asked me at one point, it's like, how do you get through being an admin? This was not a racing community. This was when I was adminning in World of Tanks in a clan. And I'm just like, alcohol is your friend. Hardcore alcoholism helps. Hemian looking for down the inside of Edgar Ariza. They have contact. And that spins Edgar around.
I go down to Panama every 6 months and have him shoot me in the liver with stem cells. And sometimes pedal cells and various other parts of the plant.
Silvio Cortese, second in the championship, battling with Brandon Baker over 3rd place right now. Baker in the 720, trying to make a move on the Aston Martin, the classic Aston Martin. I do like the liveries that the MPB boys came up with. What do you think, Byron? The green and black car there in the lead is an example of their artistic work.
It all looks black to me here in the dark.
It is a little bit hard to tell in the dark, but I think they do look quite nice.
I will take your word for it and subtly agree without saying so.
They are admittedly the type of custom liveries that no one else can use because like their names are all over them. Like Silvio Cortese's name is like on 6 parts of that car. So there is no doubt who's supposed to be driving that car. Zach Martin has fallen back to 7th place. He's found himself behind Thomas Dag, who's quietly picking people off. Now up in his 6th place. Possible.
Maybe even a shoot gun.
Couple early pitters. Takis Weeks is in the pit lane right now. That's the second smashing Beetle.
Takanori Gomi?
Takis, not Takanori Gomi.
Takumi Shinoki?
Oh, she was talking with, oh Lord! Zach Martin loses it and goes into the wall. I was talking with Tora Kawajiri, trying to get him to do the Sunday series so that, you know, we can come up with all kinds of Crusher stuff.
The Crusher!
The Crusher!
You want to see a small Japanese man punch very, very, very hard, track down some Tatsuya Kawajiri fights. My goodness.
Or Gomi fights.
Yeah, well, the times that he fought Gomi twice, didn't he?
I want to say it was just once.
Well, maybe he fought Sakurai twice then.
Sakurai was who definitely fought Gomi multiple times. That definitely was the thing. Josh McLaughlin looking down the inside of Tommy Kogan. Or I guess around the outside, actually, of Redifilo. And can he get it done? Honda versus Porsche. He can. Kogan goes wide again, and Tommy Kogan is having a rough race right now. Might end up losing a spot to Eric Mahoney as well.
The Baloney Pony.
Canada Post moving up in the world.
Moving on up.
So McLaughlin is 7th, Mahoney to 8th. Neil Sutherland moving into the top 10. Not sure who dropped out of the top 10. Cliff Hemme is into the pit lane. Oh, Zach Martin, right. Martin went into the wall. Right.
Yeah, you are correct. He only fought Gomi once.
I was going to say, I think it was only once. It was pretty definitive.
Yeah, but I mean,
as Kogan makes his way back up. Oh yeah, that's an old school gym rivalry that exists in the Japanese scene there. And it's one that Gomi is generally dominating because he beat Kawajiri and Kawajiri's teammate Mitsuhiro Ishida.
Oh yeah, the Endless Warrior.
Mm-hmm.
Captain Energizer himself.
Indeed, Mitsuhiro Ishida has an endless gas tank, and once that started to fail, things became a bit of a problem for him. But still,
yeah, I think it's a good thing his gas tank failed before his chin did, because he'd just be handicapped for life.
That's true. That is probably the better way to go. On board with Matt Higgs. That's the problem when like whether it's chin or gas tank, whenever your style is like intrinsically related to one physical aspect, if that physical aspect fades, you kind of really need a B plan to stay competitive. Mm-hmm. And we've seen that, of course, kind of failed Mitsuhiro Ishida and numerous people who were like, just, you know, take a big beating and keep on ticking.
Clay Guida.
You know, Clay Guida bizarrely is still semi-competitive. It's very weird. Frankie Edgar is definitely one that I'm not willing to write off quite yet, because he hasn't lost to someone bad yet. But he is losing in ways that you would not have anticipated Frankie Edgar to lose.
Yeah, Frankie Edgar losing by decision, that's not on the cards. What's happening there?
Well, Benson Henderson beat him twice by decision.
Yeah, well. Benson Henderson apparently has more Jesus power.
Has a lot of Jesus power, that is for sure. Like, let's put it this way. Frankie Edgar's not at the Cody Garbrandt level where I firmly believe anyone can beat Cody Garbrandt.
That's not untrue.
Because Garbrandt's style was all about, I can take more of a beating than you.
I will take the beating, and I will knock you out.
Yeah. His chin is not so good right now.
Not by the hair of my chinny chin. I'll huff and I'll puff and I'll blow your house in.
Mark Sutherland running in 18th place, helped out by some pit stops. Zach Martin in the pits, Tommy Kogan in the pits. Actually, a lot of people in the pits here. We're only 13 minutes into the race, and pretty damn close to about a quarter of the field has been in. That's interesting. Everyone outside the top 20 right now, I think, has been into the pit lane, which is interesting. It's a pretty.
It's because everybody that's down that far in the rankings has been in horrific accidents.
That's probably the case. Not gonna lie. I mean, we didn't see Tommy Kogan get into an incredible accident. He ended up in the pit lane. So
I heard that he ran over 13 cows.
Robert Arzumanian is into the pits. So another one into the pit lane.
Are you the Zoom Man? No.
I am not.
He is the Zoomanian.
Mm-hmm. So Mark Sutherland running in 17th place. Michael Magus lapping, I think that's Zach Martin. So Martin just coming out of the pit lane. Magus still being trailed by Leon Bork. So everything else has been kind of in flux, but these two in the black and yellow cars have been battling pretty much the whole race. So Warden leading Higgs, Baker into third, French to fourth, Cortese back to fifth, Dag sixth, McLaughlin, Mahoney, Neil Sutherland, Magus your top 10. And then after that, it's Bork, Naku, Simmons, Johnston, Arsenault, Hernandez, Mark Sutherland, Adamian, and Edgar Arizia, who have yet to pit.
If Dan gets in an accident, are you going to refer to him? Or are you going to?
Whoa! We just pick up Daniel Hernandez going hard in the paint in a battle with Ayrton Arsenault. He ends up spun out, and I don't think the stewards are going to help him out on that one. That one looked like a late move there from Daniel Hernandez.
Sir, I'm all for the carnage and shenanigans, but you interrupted my joke with your crash. Come on, get it together.
Did a little bit. Please continue, Joe.
Well, I was going to ask, if Dan has an accident, are we going to refer to him as French toast?
Depends on the accident, I think.
What if he flips 14 times?
Oh, well then yes, French toast.
What if he only flips 13 and a half times?
Still French toast.
Fair enough. Just
I think once we're in double digits on the flip count, it's French toast.
That seems fair.
Ayrton Arsenault into the pit lane.
What an Arsenault.
Looks like we may have lost Guillermo Martinez. He has not left the pits for a while. Christopher Becco,
32 kilograms of broccoli.
The third member of Team Lambro Racing. That name has actually grown on me as the season has gone on.
Yeah, it does sort of roll off the tongue.
As someone up there, John Picha, cutting the chicane. Hopefully he doesn't acquire himself a penalty for that.
Actually, it sounds a little French. Monsieur Lambro. But you got to spell it French.
It kind of sounds like there's also a rallycross driver, Steve Arpin, who races, I think, for a team that sounds very similar. It's like Sambro or something. So, you know, that also helps.
Lambro Liguidi.
So, Andrew Warden still leading the way as he puts Dave Nelson down a lap. Of course, he still has to pit, so that might change hands. Dan French running in a very solid fourth place. He's having a good day. Good run for Dan French. French's season has been loaded with a ton of promise, but not necessarily the results to back it up. He had that fourth place at Silverstone, which is great, and on the pace for a good one here today. But then he also had the 28th place at Kyalami and the 29th place at Spa, as one of the Jota cars is off in the background. Also, a stop-go penalty for Ayrton Arsenault. So not good news for the Porsche driver.
We'd like to introduce the new member of the team with the baby Jota.
In fact, that is Arsenault that we're looking at right now. Getting pressured by Zach Martin. Interesting spot for Martin. He knows that Arsenault has to pit soon to get that stop-go out of the way. And we'll see what he can do. Big yawn. Whew.
Call Amber Lamps, you dying.
So Andrew Warden on pace right now for his fourth win in 4 races. The new Mike Stockmill.
Whoa.
It's quickly becoming that. Warden has been incredibly dominant since joining the 3D Speed Grid. No one has really had anything for him. As looked like Martin definitely thought about it there through the Ascari chicane, but does not commit fully. There is Dave Nelson running in 28th place. He's had a rough day. Qualified up in 16th. Running quite a ways down. That is one of the Silk Sheet cars. Oh, taking the shortcut. Somebody has clipped the barriers there and put some foam out for people to run over. Edgar Arisia and Neil Sutherland into the pits, as well as Arsenault to serve his stop-go penalty. That would have been for probably speeding in the pit lane.
Wouldn't speeding in the pit lane be a go-go penalty?
Oh.
Go too fast.
Takis Weeks running in 15th place. That is, I'm not sure who that is ahead of him. There's some lapped traffic coming. That is, oh no, that's an overtake. Christopher Becco overtaking him. He was moving very slowly there. Not sure what was up with that. Dom Boulanger's race has gone pretty poorly here. The man who's in 3rd place in the championship, coming off that 2nd place at Spa-Francorchamps. But today, not looking great there for the Lambro. None of the Lambro team really having a particularly great day, to be honest. And this could be a big deal in the championship. Baker, French, Neil Sutherland, and Leon Bork all in. Dan French with a stop-go penalty. I was just talking about how Dan French's season was looking much better, looking like it was going to be on the up and up, and then he takes a speeding in the pit lane penalty. So he is going to have to serve a 30-second stop-go, and that's going to cost him big time.
How come Baker and French aren't on the same team, and they could call it Team Baguette?
I think it's because they just have very different tastes in cars.
Well, thanks you, sir.
I know Brandon Baker has expressed a general boredness with the things that are front-engined, and that seems to be what Dan French likes to run.
Well, I would recommend getting a side-engine car.
Ooh. There's Tom Waz in the BWT car, the pink car there. And being not hunted down because this is a blue flag scenario, but that's Neil Sutherland coming through. Simeon Naku into the pit lane. All right, our usual question, skill testing question. Leave an answer in the comments below. Will Max Simmons be the last one to pit?
Yes.
Matt Higgs in the pit lane. Get some sparks up here. We are over halfway through, so we should be seeing the pit stops shake out pretty soon. No pit stop yet from Warden, Cortese, Dag, McLaughlin, Mahoney, Magus, Max Simmons, Johnston.
Do you like Dags?
And Mark Sutherland. I like Dags. He hasn't hit me in any races yet, so you know that's good. That's good. That's good. Positive. Dan French in to serve his penalty. Daniel Hernandez in for the pit stop. Mark Sutherland having a long run. It's taking him up to 9th place. There is his son Neil, looking to get a top 10 today. Was top 10 before the pit stops. How's Neil's season been going so far?
Terrible.
Okay, but not great. 19th place, 21st, and 13th. So coming off his best run at Spa, a top 10 here would be a big deal. Is Josh McLaughlin up into 2nd place. By the way, both the Hondas battling for a top 10 here today. Honda's had a rough time this series. And looks like Monza might be a little bit of a turnaround for them.
Turning the beat around.
Of course, losing team leader Josh Staffen probably hurting the Honda efforts. Benjamin Adamien battling with Cliff Hemian. Daniel Hernandez has gotten out ahead of Adamien, so Adamien, his winning streak at bronze might be coming to an end here. Still very dominant in the standings, has won all 3 races for the bronze category. It's good to see somebody taking the fight to him and the MPB team, as he has Cliff Hemian right behind him in the Boatley. Johnston and Sutherland into the pit lane. Has Simmons pitted yet? I don't think he has. I mean, maybe maybe has a chance to go for it into Ascari. Nah. Adamian, so you can see Benjamin's name on the front there. They very personalize these cars. Trios Los Ponchos.
Which translates to 3 bowls of punch.
Seems that's got Luchador Tag Team written all over it.
That sounds pretty good.
Adamian still hanging on against the silver driver Cliff Hemian. Has overtaken Hernandez, actually. So Hernandez being ahead must have been just a timing gate issue. So it looks like Adamian may be on pace for a 4th bronze victory here today. Much like Andrew Ward's on for a 4th straight victory in the overall category. Really, it's only been silver that has really featured a lot of different winners in a proper championship battle. Max Simmons in the pit lane. Was he the last one? I don't think so. Looks like 4 cars are still out there that without having pitted. Or they could be in the pits right now.
He could be sentenced to Gulag.
Could be. Michael Magus also in the pit lane.
Are you sure about that?
Well, not anymore. He's out of the pit lane now.
My goodness.
Look at that young prospect, that young knockout kid, Mike Magus, running up in 8th place or 6th place.
We're about to put everybody else on the wall.
Also, I'm surprised I haven't made more jokes about Dave Nelson and his Discord name being Dave Oh No, because I mean, Cassius Oh No, that young knockout kid. The jokes write themselves. Neil Sutherland going down the inside of Eric Mahoney, and that moves him to 8th position. Having a good run. Cortese and McLaughlin in the pits. So it looks like the last pit stopper today is actually Josh McLaughlin, who takes the Max Simmons Long Run Award. Picking up Don Belanger, his championship hopes. Coming to a kind of a swift halt right now as he runs down in 21st position.
Don Belong gone.
I mean, it's hard to see who's going to take the fight to Andrew Warden. He's just had such dominance and is leading the way again on route to a 4th victory in a row to start the season. With 2 races left, it's going to be hard to catch him. Not impossible, but it is going to be hard. Silvio Cortese is the man who is right now best of the rest this season. Looks like he's on pace for another podium as he comes out behind Matt Higgs, but ahead of Brandon Baker.
What about the candlestick maker?
Well, that I don't know.
The Brandon the Baker, the candlestick maker. The fish jumped into the well? No, that's not it.
We're getting positional updates here as the pit stops have finally started to have finally gotten themselves sorted out. Basically, Andrew Ward in the lead from Matt Higgs. Silvio Cortese is putting a lap there on one of the Carbone cars. He is up to 3rd place. Brandon Baker, Thomas Dagg rounding off the top 5. Tommy Cogan's back up to 6th. Then it is Josh McLaughlin, Neil Sutherland, Eric Mahoney, Michael Magus, your top 10. Then it is then it's Leon Bork and this man, Max Simmons, Simeon Naku, Mark Sutherland, Benjamin Adamian, Cliff Hemian, Scott Johnston, Daniel Hernandez, and Dan French, along with Don Belanger, your top 20. As Tom was probably getting lapped. Imagine there by Leon Bork. Yeah.
He is the Borkiest.
Is he the Borkiest or is he the Borghiest?
I don't know. We have to get the appropriate translation from the Belgians.
Running in 11th place for the Lambro crew. Top Lamborghini at the moment. Trying to catch up with Mike Magus, but that is not Magus in front of him.
That's
That
not
is
going to be easy. He's literally the fastest driver in the world.
There's Takis Weeks up ahead, who looks like he's taken a little bit of damage. And
Did you know
puts
that Weeks goes so fast they had to invent a new thing to measure it? It's called the tachometer.
Very nice. Let's see here. Any surprising outings today? Not really. Josh McLaughlin is having a way better outing than he's had all season. It's been a rough season for the Australian to date, since 31st in the standings. Best finish this season, 22nd at Silverstone, and running in 7th place here. So it's good to see. Good to see some new blood towards the front.
Blood.
As Adamien versus Hemian continues, it is now a battle for 15th place. And trying to get down the inside of Primart. No, says the Bentley. I'm taking the line.
Dragging the line.
That Bentley very strong here, so it's good to see both of them running pretty solidly. Hemian in 15th and Mahoney up in 9th. Solid run for the British brand. Zach Martin overtaking Don Boulanger for 20th. It looked like Boulanger was very slow there, so maybe more problems for the Lamborghini.
The Lamborghini, then, sir.
The Lamborghini, then, sir. Very inauspicious. Looks like he... Oh, that's a blue flag. One of the Silk Sheet cars, either Andrew Warden or Thomas Dagg. Getting a look back at Don Boulanger, as well as Robert Arzumanian. 22nd place. Arzumanian's having a pretty reasonable run. He's not had a particularly great season. And good to see him picking up some solid points here at the moment. This will indeed be his best finish of the season as it stands. His previous best was last round at Spa, where he took 24th place.
All 24 places? Damn.
His previous two races saw him sub top 30. Max Simmons on the tail of Simeon Naku. Any hope that Simmons had for a championship is kind of coming down here with a weak run. Not a terrible run. Just outside the top 10 and all. But he came into day 5th in the championship, and if he really wanted to get himself into the battle, he needed a solid run today, and he didn't bring it in qualifying, and hasn't really made progress in the race. I think he qualified 15th, has made his way up to 13th, so a reasonable run, but if he was really thinking he'd be a player in the title contendership, he needed a little bit more today. Was a big challenger in the GT4 championship, though, so Max Simmons, young prospect here at ESR that is coming a long way. Putting a lap there on Takis Weeks.
Put him in a wall.
There's a lot of walls to work with here at Monza. It's a very enclosed track. Very fast track, one of the fastest tracks in the world. Hence the Temple of Speed.
I don't see how that could possibly be true, since the pavement does not move.
There's also, of course, the Destination of Speed, Chang International Speedway. Simeon Naku getting held up by Thomas Waz. That's allowing Simmons to close back the gap, which had opened up. It looked like Simmons got held up working their way through traffic with Takis Weeks, and now is getting a little bit of the favor returned by Tom Was.
Was that possibly a mistake?
Possible. Was letting him through there at Variante del Roggia. I think our biggest climber from the qualifying position to where he is now might be Matt Higgs, who's up 8 spots at the moment, having started 10th and made his way up to 2nd. Cortese up 3 from 6th to 3rd. Baker up 1. Thomas Dagg is also having a good day in that regard, up from 9th to 5th. Josh McLaughlin from 11th to 6th place is another big climber. Mahoney up a couple spots to 9th. Magus up a couple to 10th. Silvio Cortese and Brandon Baker battling it out for the last step on the podium. I want to say this would be the first podium for Baker this season if he could get it. I am wrong on that. He was on the podium at Silverstone, actually. Actually finished 2nd, but took a 10-second penalty that dropped him to 3rd place on that occasion. Cortese coming off his first ESR podium at Spa-Francorchamps.
And then he destroyed all of the opposition with a rake.
I don't think a rake would destroy all other competition, but you could try.
Roses are red, violets are blue. I will fuck you with a rake.
You'll have to forgive Byron. Every year he seems to go through a phase where he just wants to destroy things with a rake.
Yeah, well, I mean, it's fall, right? It's rake season.
Tom Was back in the pit lane. So a second pit stop for him. Riding on board with Scott Johnson in the Triple F car. Looks like he is trying to make a move on Dan French, but I don't really think that's a fight for you, Scott. French was up in the top 5 and is just kind of making his way back through after taking a, speaking of the pit lane penalty, so that's not really a fight the Lamborghini is going to win. He needs to worry more about keeping Daniel Hernandez behind him.
Daniel Hernandez? That sounds like an immigrant name. Maybe he's here to take our racing germs.
Tommy Kogan running in 7th.
Let me tell you what, Mr. Daniel Hernandez, if that is really your name, you can have it. I don't need a racing job. Not interested.
You have a commentary gig, not
I do, yeah, you can't have that. Unless you're funnier than me, in which case I'll have to hunt you down. I mean, there's no other alternative.
It's only room for one funny man in this business.
Damn straight.
Tommy Kogan fending off Neil Sutherland at the moment, and up ahead of them Josh McLaughlin. Double top 10 for the Hondas right now. Matt Higgs finally having a decent run here. It's been a rough season for him as he's battled with attendance and finances to finance a championship challenge for the OTL team. I'm looking for him in the standings. I can't even find him.
Does OTL stand for over the line?
I don't know. I assume it's probably over the line or something.
One toke over the line now that I don't know all the words. Sitting downtown in a railway station, one toke over the line. Sweet, sweet Mary, sweet, sweet. That's all from Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas. That's all I know. Benicio del Toro acting and obviously drugged out of his mind.
There he is. Matt Higgs is in 25th place. He only showed up at the season opener and finished 4th at Kyalami. So the on-track results have been good, just not so much the off-track stuff. Sutherland navigating around one of the Carbone McLarens. Oh boy! Sir, that is defending. Oh boy. That will go to the stewards for sure.
Is it regular Stewart or sexy Stewart?
Cilento Jack.
Whoa! That guy. The man with the heart of pudding. Oh shit, okay, yeah, that was pretty funny. This GIF was being very slow on this website, and it finally kicked into gear, and this truck went ass over tea kettle. It was very funny.
It was totally worth it, is what you're saying?
You should have been there, and a matter of fact, I'll probably post it in the Discord. If you're not a member of the Discord, click on the link below.
Was worth the
like the segue on that one?
Yeah, I like that. Solid. Don Boulanger looking back at Zach Martin. What is it with the black and yellow cars fighting today? We got Boulanger versus Martin, and we got Magus versus Bork further up in the order.
They're just really big fans of your Steel Bay Patriots.
As we enter probably the final lap here. Boulanger's had a rough day down in 20th place after qualifying top 5. Speaking of top 5, Matt Higgs running in 2nd place after qualifying in 10th, having a very good day.
Little Higgs, let me in. Not by the hair of my chin chin.
Thomas Dag working his way through traffic there. That is Tom was in the BWT car letting him through. Welcome back to Tom. He missed the first 3 rounds of the season. Good to have him back on the grid. Good to have the Polish flag represented. And Andrew Warden looks set to take in his 4th win of the season. 4 wins and 4 races. You cannot get much more dominant. And today, he's absolutely stamped the field, leading by 21 seconds over Matt Higgs.
Matthew Higginstein. Well done.
Admittedly, probably helped by the fact that both Don Boulanger and Tommy Kogan have had a rough day today. Checker flag starting to come out. Dan French onto his final lap. I think that's John Peach up ahead of him, so that's not for position. He's trying to catch up with Adamien. There is Adamien in the Aston Martin up ahead. As Johnston, Martin, Boulanger, Arzumanian. So Martin got Boulanger. Arzumanian and Hernandez also showing the checkered flag.
If he was any funnier, we'd call him Boulanger.
Neil Sutherland comes to the line in 8th place. Could not get 7th off of Tommy Kogan. Cliff Hemian, that is a lapped car of Takis Weeks that he is navigating there. That's not for position. Oh boy, Tommy Kogan, big spin there. Checkered flag already out, so whatever, but bit of a contact there, perhaps on the cool-down lap.
He's all cogged out.
Which may go to the stewards, because we've been trying to discourage that, because the safety ratings are still live on the cool-down lap. So hitting people does cost you safety rating.
If he ends up needing a walking assistance device, would you call it a cocaine?
Brandon Baker going side by side with fellow 720 driver Matt Higgs. I believe they're teaming up on the Sunday series once again. With Hemian to the line. We wait on Benjamin Adamien, Dan French, and John Picha to finish. There we go. All right, let's give you the rundown of the race results here. Andrew Warden, your winner from Tommy, or pardon me, that's the qualifying results. My bad. Race results. Warden winning from Matt Higgs, Silvio Cortese, Brandon Baker, Thomas Dag, Josh McLaughlin, Tommy Kogan, Neil Sutherland, Eric Mahoney, Michael Magus, your top 10, your silver top 5. Josh McLaughlin, Eric Mahoney, Michael Magus, Simeon Naku, and Cliff Hemian. And in the bronze category, Benjamin Adamien taking yet another win to continue his domination there. Robert Arzumani in second, followed by Daniel Hernandez, Edgar Arizia, and Christopher Becco. Byron fills some time while the scoring applies itself.
Fuck you, Shorzy. Put a shirt on.
I mean, do we really want that?
I know Shorzy is pretty sexy with the shirt off, so probably not.
That's kind of what I was getting at there.
Fuck you, Riley. Your mom. La 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 la.
Your mom killed my Siamese fighting fish.
Your mom squirted so hard it threw off the balance in my aquarium and killed my Siamese fighting fish. Fuck you, Shorzy. Fuck you, Jonesy. Your mom. I can't even remember this. Fuck, goddamn it.
Watch Letterkenny is the answer to all these problems.
Essentially. Your mom started making noise like a Tonkinese cat with a tail caught in the doors. We're like, ah, ah.
Andrew Warden leads the championship on 460 points from Silvio Cortese, 373. Tommy Kogan on 318 is in third, followed by Don Belanger on 286 and 279 for Tom Daggs. That is your top 5. Rounding off the top 10, Max Simmons, Leon Bork, Brandon Baker, Benjamin Adamian, and Michael Magus. And further down there, we have the Teams Championship with Silk Sheets Racing leading the way on 869. There we go. Third straight race in a row, that team has scored over 200 points. MPB in second place, followed by Lambro, Aka OTL, and the Smashing Beatles. So pretty much the same top 5 as before. And in the bronze category, Benjamin Adamian leads the way with 140 points from Daniel Hernandez is 81. Christopher Becco, Ayrton Arsenault, and Robert Arzumanian rounding off your top 5. And in the silver category, Michael Magus is your new leader. We've had a new leader, I think, in the silver category each race. Maybe Silverstone and Spa had the same one. I think maybe Dave Nelson led on both those. But anyways, Michael Magus leads by 8 points over Dave Nelson, 100-92, with Takis Weeks, Cliff Hemian, and Josh Laughlin rounding off the top 5. The silver's got all kinds of good competition right there. I think you could see any of those 5 still actually taking the title home, and maybe even a guy like Simeon Naku or Eric Mahoney or Guillermo Martinez. So that'll be interesting. Next up will be Imola, and then the season finale at Suzuka. ESR is starting up the Sunday series again. If you want to check that out, please do. And I don't really have anything else to add to that. Byron, do you?
Forecheck, back check, paycheck, Ferda.